Look at this number. I'm in shock right now. My cryptocurrency, my Bitcoin is just really popping off right now. Almost $500,000. Take a look at this. Look at this. Look at this number. Wait. Oh. Oh, that's my student loans. Dope. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Alright, welcome back everyone. I want to start off this video with a little joke, but it really isn't a joke. That is actually how much I owe in student loans. Yeah, almost $500,000. And that's either gonna be the best bet I ever make or the worst decision of my life. But one thing I do know is that those student loans are not a joke. But to the point of this video. A few months ago, I promised that at the end of this interviewing cycle, I'd make a video detailing my scores for step 1 and step 2 and how many interviews I got for psychiatry. On top of that, I'm also gonna tell you of a few people that I know, a rough estimate of their step scores and the amount of interviews they got for their respective field that they applied for. But before we start all that, I just wanna say that I think this is an important video to make because as medical students, we tend to get quiet towards the end of the finish line, and that is totally understandable, and I think that's a problem that we're always going to face. But I think for people that are interested in going to a Caribbean medical school, I think this is an important video to make because it gives you a better idea of what your chances are like at the end of the day. But I think this could be very helpful, and it could help, quiet down that anxiety that you might have. Yeah, I hope that you guys could put it to good use and focus more on studying and just trying to do as best as you possibly can. And just let step 1, step 2 and interviews, let that sit there, and worry about it when your time comes. So yeah, let's start off with me. I'm interested in psychiatry. There were about 260 locations across the United States for psychiatry. I applied to 190 of those. By the way, that cost like $4,700 to do that. But yeah, I did not have a backup specialty that I applied for. I just went all in for psychiatry. And yes, 190 residency locations are completely overkill. I know that there were more than half of those places weren't even IMG friendly, but I thought I just might take my chances. So for me, for step 1, I got a 225. For step 2, I got a 235. Just take my advice, just please study really, really hard for step 2 CK. If that's all you do, just don't relax when it comes to that exam. So with my scores of a 225 and a 235, I was able to get 8 interviews for psychiatry. And this is an important thing that I wanted to mention. For my current address, I put Brooklyn, New York, which is where I was doing my clinical rotations. And for my permanent address, I put Orange County, California. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because 7 out of those 8 interviews were in New York. So I think it's really important where you do your clinical rotations. Yeah, that's why before all this happened, a few years back, when I looked at SU's match list for 2020, 2019, and 2018, I noticed that a majority of the people that were matching into psychiatry were matching in New York and New Jersey. So that's why I really wanted to do my clinical rotations on the East Coast. So keep that in mind. Make sure you do your own research. You see what location is best suitable for you. Okay, so those were my results for psychiatry. So now let's move on to the next person, Person X. Person X applied for internal medicine. Person X got within the 240s for step 1 and 230s for step 2. And at the end of the day, Person X got 30 interviews. Yes, 30 interviews for internal medicine. An amazing accomplishment. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Person Y applied to pediatrics. Person Y got in the 220s for step 1 and 240s for step 2. So a big jump. Really awesome to see. Person Y got 18 interviews for pediatrics. And lastly, Person Z. Person Z was interested in family medicine. Person Z got in the 230s for step 1 and 220s for step 2. At the end of the day, Person Z got 15 interviews. So really amazing accomplishments. I also know some people who applied for both family medicine and internal medicine, got 10 interviews for internal medicine and 5 interviews for family medicine. I also know other people for psychiatry. Some got 10 interviews, some got 4 interviews. So yeah, I hope that helps. But this is not to say that, at the end of the day, this is going to be the same exact results for you, obviously. But hopefully it could just give you a better idea of what your results could be with certain scores and certain specialties that you're applying for. The promise that I made myself when I first started the channel was to just try and help anybody who's watching, try and help give you a better idea of what the whole process is like. And I hope that this does that. I hope it you know, can give you less anxiety at the end of the day. I hope this helps, and thank you for your support as always. And I just wish you the best of luck and just work as hard as possible so you could do even better. All right, take care. Bye.